Yo, what's up guys, this is Happy No with another Guild Wars 2 PvP video, and this time with the Power Revenant, showing you some gameplay, one ranked arena game, and of course afterwards the build. And I'm also here to show you why you should play the Power Revenant and for what person or profession you should go with. Now for the Revenant, right now on the current meta you can play two builds. One will be the malyx Revenant and the second one will be the Power Revenant. But the Power Revenant is for more advanced players in my opinion, because it requires you really to play on top, especially if you have a lot of condi pressure from the enemy players. And I'm here to show you a little bit the gameplay, hopefully with a good team, or better said a decent game, not a bad one-sided game. And I also wanted to talk about the current PvP season and what professions I'm currently playing. So I've picked up 3 of them, and I was playing mainly the Reaper, because Reaper is on the current season and on the current nerf update balance patch thing, like on top. Reaper pretty strong, high damage output, nice survivability and good movement abilities. And then the second that I played was the Core Guardian or the Firebrand, because Core Guardian burning and Firebrand high support and nice damage output as well, mainly for the support reason there. And here we go again with the main, giving my allies some nice boons here. I don't know, they have no stealth options, so let's see. We could go for the Mesmer, but I want to have the Necros there. Okay, the Necro has his stance here. Okay. We can get it.
They've taken the bazaar from you.
Interrupting this guy first.
The dock's been captured.
Okay, my team is nowhere. I need to keep the distance first before I re-engage here. Yeah, I can't engage this. My team is focusing on the wrong target here, so maybe I just try. Yes, we have him here. Okay, I need to... Shit. We need to interrupt those people now. I'm getting the revives. Quickness attacks. Oh boy. I have no clue which one to attack right now. From behind. Okay. He just used his abilities. Interrupting this guy. Stealing his boons. Getting a nice kill. And I need to stay here now. Oh no, I don't need. Okay. By the way, it's in the morning, that's why I'm not screaming out so loud. Oh my god. I need to stomp this guy here quickly. Interrupting this guy's healing skill. Come on. I'm not seeing him. Shit. Oh, damn it. I can't chase him, by the way. Oh my god. Nice move from him. Oh my god, nice fear as well. I need to be careful because of the other Revenant. The Mesmer is here. This guy's here. Can you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Okay. Now it's the time to shine. Now this guy has not so much damage that he could bring me down. Hiding a little bit here.
Be ready to give the signal and return fire once the cannons are loaded.
I need to hide a little bit. Okay. He got feared by my ally. I can't join because he has a spectral walk. My team is just focusing the wrong guys here. He dodged. Okay. My team is having no damage pressure at all on those enemies. Waiting. That was such a bad... I have this feeling that the new staff ability will come in pretty handy here, but come on, Condi clans. Oh come on. Let's see. Maybe. I have no one who engages here inside of this. Auto attacking now a little bit. Swapping, stunbreaking. Okay, now I can just stay here inside if they damage me. Okay, he damages me, taking this guy out. We have the mesmer here. I have no target. Auto attacking with impossible odds. Easy kill. We have to be careful if he's able to get up there. Okay. I'm not able to reach this guy, so we can go for this guy here. No. It's this guy. Nice. Removing this guy's boons. Auto attacking him, so he has to get out of this. Oh boy, oh boy. Where's my team? That's a nice kill. That's a nice kill. I mean, it seems to be again a one-sided game, but the last one that I played was also really one-sided. So, okay. If this guy wants to, you can see this here, Lich form against someone who's just constantly damaging you is not such a great choice. Dodging a little bit if he goes for fear. He's not going for it. Wow, nice move. I was waiting for a fear from him, so I could easily stab him here with my death strike and kill him immediately. And here what you have to do is, oh my god, not working for whatever reason. Nice one. And moving on. And you can see this here, what you can do pretty nice is just move on. Don't stop moving, just go on for the next guy here. Remove some boons, not. I got interrupted before I was able to do that. Okay, so where are those guys here? Trying to get this guy away there. Okay. Do they have any dodges left? No, I'm getting interrupted, but the energy cost is gone. Healing my allies up a little bit, removing some boons from this guy, and he's dead. Nice one. No need for a stomp. I'm just gonna kick him out. Gonna do this one. He's revealed, so he can self up, and easy going on. But the enemy team is still getting quite some points here. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Going with this one. Trying to remove his boons. Auto attack, auto attack, auto attack. Ah shit, I knew it. Before he interrupted me, I wanted to sword 3 him, so he can't really get on me. Staying away from this field. No! I'm not able to interrupt anyone there. Getting the easy revive here, and the point with my knockback. Taking this guy out. Here we go, my lad. He will not be able to revive this, and yeah, seems like a really easy game here. I don't want to show you those games, guys, but I really don't have much more time now. When I recorded this, I have to go right now immediately. Just decapping this point, someone else can cap it. I can go on to my ally on close, activating those two facets. Here we go, and I'm already there. Trying to catch this guy a little bit. Impossible odds removed. Removing his boons, and easy as that. So the enemies might be not the best, but as an example of the mobility that you get and that you have here, it is pretty nice showcase here. Here we go. Watching what he's about to do. Blinding him. He nice dodging this. Go. Gonna do this one. Blocking a little bit. And you can see this here, I'm still having my healing skill up, and I don't even need to go for it as of right now. He's dead. You can see this, I'm just getting healed by activating my skills, and by, okay, the healing skill, I don't want to activate that. Here we go. On this situation, for example, you know that you can do anything, but maybe you can one-shot this guy. once he's out of his lich form, you can just engage immediately. Yeah,
Be
I got
ready to
3
give
top
the signal
stats.
and return fire
I
once the
ranked up, by
cannons
the
are
way,
loaded.
quite a lot, as it looks like. I was
You've taken the
close to
archway.
plat 3 at the beginning, and now I'm plat 1 again. Really bad, really sad. So, damage, kills, and revives. Oh, you should, with this build, you can go with the damage. Stop swapping me this. Damage and kills. You should be always getting one of those. But they were also
Cannons
games where I
loaded.
got top stat
Ring the
healing,
bell to
because
signal them
really
to
you
fire.
don't believe it how I can't even believe it myself. But some games I play Revenant like a god. But on other games I just fail so much. And yeah, I got like top set healing with over 300k healing, and it is quite a lot if you know how much healing a Revenant in average gets, like 100k, 150, or maximum 200k. And I got above 300k healing, and that was insane. So to this Revenant build, it might be even the meta build, I'm not so sure. Berserker Amulet and Rune of Resistance. And Rune of Resistance is my rune to go. I'm using it on my Guardian, on my Reaper, on everything, because it is the best. It has this minus 20% Condi duration and 4 seconds of resistance on your elite skill, so it makes you so powerful. It allows you to also deal your max damage output once you use your elite skill. For example, in a team fight, you use it, boom, knock back all enemies. You have weakness on yourself, you're still gonna apply max damage output, because weakness will have no effect on you when you do this, and that's what makes it so strong. Then Berserker Amulet for max damage output. I recommend for not so advanced players the Demolition Amulet. It gives you a little damage reduction, of course, but you have a little bit more survivability with this extra toughness. And with the extra toughness, how much defense you have here? Almost 3k armor. And when you use your elite skill also with the protection, much better. You survive quite a lot better with this. And then to the rune, if you, let's say you really rarely get a team of enemies who have oh, not Marauder, I wanted to go Berserk. If you have a team that has like 0 Condi players, or like only one, you can also go with the strength one for max damage output, and this gives you a 5% damage bonus and longer might duration, so you get quite more damage output out of it. But resistance one is the best here to go, just because of those 20% less Condi duration on yourself. And especially, like, let's say Firebrand, he applies weakness for 1.5 seconds, and the weakness will be even faster gone on you, so you can apply your damage output freely like this. Then I'm using Sigil of Exposure with Sigil of Peril on my sword, because vulnerability duration will be 25% longer. Does it show it here? Yeah. And this means with the build you have on auto attack and on everything else, you should have it on auto attack. Yeah, on the sword, sorry. When you attack, you apply vulnerability, and those stacks, look at this, 7.5 seconds with the peril rune. And 7.5 seconds is quite huge, and meanwhile your allies will apply also the the percentage higher damage that you will apply vulnerability on the enemies. Sigil of Exposure, once you weapon swap, you apply 5 stacks of vulnerability, and those have even longer duration, and with your auto attacks even more. And you can easily stack 5 stacks, 10 stacks immediately, which allows you to have a 10% damage bonus at the beginning of a fight, which is insane. And then Sigil of Cleansing with Sigil of Energy for more survivability, extra Condi cleanse here. And now with the build you also cleanse a little bit more. So Sigil of Cleansing, again as I said, removes one condition, and assassin swapping stances as well one, and that just increases your survivability by quite a lot. Devastation, Invocation, and Herald, basically the same as before, but now that you don't have the stunbreak on your stances swap. You have here Exposed Defense. Your first attack when entering combat applies vulnerability. This ability is refreshed when you use the elite skill, which means you can have with some combos with the elite skill immediately up to 15-20 stacks of vulnerability on enemies with this trait line here at the beginning, which means a 20% damage bonus, and that also occurs to your allies. Keep that in mind. And then I'm using Unsuspecting Strikes, deal increased damage to foes with health above the threshold, which means over 80% HP you will deal 10% more damage. This is just to bring their HP down quickly. Otherwise, I'm seeing also people using Siphon Health after using Healing Skill not, but movement skills remove immobilized conditions. I don't know which one. Basically this one. No, it is on the evocation, sorry. Then on the second trait line here, Assassin's Presence, increase ferocity for nearby allies. This just gives you and your allies a little bit higher crit damage. Otherwise, you can also just go with the battle scars while in combat to extra heal yourself, in my opinion, if you need it, the extra healing. And yeah, you just get less damage output without this. And the battle scars just give you extra healing per damage that you deal. Each second you get 1 stack of it for 10 seconds, which is pretty cool. Then Swift Termination deal increased damage to foes below the health threshold. It means 20% damage bonus to enemies under 50% HP, and once you get an enemy under 50% HP, those enemies getting shredded by your attacks. And especially your main damage dealing attack is Death Strike now, and you should always keep an eye on that. Then Invocation, Cleansing Channel for extra Condi Cleanse. As I said, when you swap your stances you get here an extra Condi Cleanse. Otherwise, if you want to go nuts, Rising Tide, the max damage output and 7% higher damage, base damage output when you are above 90% HP, sorry. And Evoker's Rage gets you now Fury, or which one was it? Ferocious Aggression, deal increased damage and condition damage to targets while you have Fury. I guess this one. It was back then when you stunbreak when you swap stances. Then Repeat Flow every 5 seconds when you use a skill that costs energy, which means all of your attacks cost energy. Every 5 seconds you get 300 and 300, 300 and 300. 333 healing and swiftness. Just an extra nice bonus here. Otherwise, go with Spirit Boon. Gives you 1 more boon removal and a longer boon duration on your other stance. This one is just to have extra swiftness uptime, I guess. Gain might when you grant yourself Fury. This is just not any more meta because you're not using Leadership Rune. And then Call of the Assassin is the main one here. When you swap your stances you deal damage. For example, on the Assassin stance, when you swap you grant yourself Quickness and you deal some damage and extra vulnerability. Plus for each enemy that you hit with that you grant yourself 1 extra second of Quickness, which means you can have like a total of 7 seconds of Quickness if you have 5 enemies that you hit immediately. Then on Herald, Rising Momentum, gain increased movement speed for each point of upkeep currently in use, which means your facets here, if you keep them up you move quite faster, and if you have can you see it here, boom, 1 more, you move even faster. And that's like to chase the enemy players better. That's the main reason to use this. And then Shining Aspects, using a consume skill heals you, which gives you 444 healing for each one of those. And this trait line just saved my ass like quite a lot. And even if you would use, let's say, instead of staff, mace and shield, you have even higher survivability. But that would just make no sense. You will just be like a tank. And then Draconic Echo, your facets passive effects additional targets and you retain them for a duration after using their consumabilities. Again, once you use your facets they will still be up for 5 seconds, and which means they will give you Might, Fury, Regeneration, Protection, and what else? Might, Fury, Swiftness as well after you use them, and that's just for the teamfight aspect pretty strong. And you can see it here with the Berserker Rune, your base damage is pretty high, and when you stack a little bit of might and your allies as well, you immediately should have like a minimum of 2400 power. You can see it here, it rises pretty nice, and that's just like perfect to damage people pretty hard with it, power level. And now your main goal is to just really hunt low HP targets and remove also a little bit boons and just damage pressure, outnumber fights and keep on moving. You saw it, the movement abilities are pretty nice. To show you here, this golem, the range of this, and you can use phase traversal with sword 5 and you just traveled this high distance here. And of course if you know how to, you're just gonna use it perfectly to just catch that guy with your death strike here. So for example, this should be the perfect range. Now he's a little bit closer, and now just boom boom boom, I'm hitting him. And you can see this here. What you can do is just slow down the enemy players with Faces of Elements to chill them and to apply more damage onto them. And then you can just go on with the next guy here, boom, auto attack, chilling him. And you can see this here, the vulnerability stacks immediately 20 stacks off it. 20 stacks of vulnerability, which is insane and pretty harmful to enemy players. 20 stacks of vulnerability at 20% damage bonus for you and your nearby allies. Keep that in mind. And yeah, what else can I show you here? The elite skill, Face of Chaos, knockbacks downed bodies, which is pretty nice when enemies are cleaving. And what you should always do is on that people, use your Face of Darkness to apply damage, and then just boom, knock back the downed enemy, and then swap around. And this is the only time where you should use Impossible Odds and auto attack the downed body. Because Impossible Odds drains quite a lot of energy and it is not so useful. But for cleaving it is pretty nice. It deals extra damage on the dead bodies and of course on the dead on the players that are reviving. Keep that in mind. So that was it, guys, and for the end, just quickly showing you the skins before I end this video. I'm using Warlord Plate Helm, Raven Mantle, Warlord Breastplate, Foefire Wraps, and Mistward Leg Guards with Mistward Boots, Bolt, my first legendary weapon, Branded Sword, and Chaos Staff skin with the Jorah's Cape. And that was basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And now, as always, you will see 3 of my other videos which you can watch or not, and of course you can subscribe to my YouTube channel only if you like this. If not, don't do it. That was your Happy No with the Power Revenant, and I see you on my next videos, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye to all of you. I love you all.